You're now at 112 Mercer Street, Einstein's second house, and arguably his most famous residence. Albert will live here from 1935 until 1955, when he'll die of natural causes. This is the only house on the planet where 3 Nobel Prize winners have lived: Albert Einstein, a guy named Weizsäck, and the most recent resident, Eric Maskin, who won the Nobel Prize for economics in 2007. Now, please don't go up to the house, and please don't knock on it. It's a private residence. There's probably a genius in there thinking of the next great thing. Most of the residents understand there's a natural curiosity about the property. Eric Maskin, when he lived there on Halloween night, would dress up like Einstein, and he would give candy out to our children. Town legend is his Halloween basket was full of Smarties. Other people like to say that he added dum-dums and nerds to the mix just to make it more fun. Now, if you want to see a Nobel Prize winner, you really don't have to stalk this house. You just need to be on the sidewalks of Princeton. They're all over the place. You also might want to go to the classrooms of our public school system. Princeton's high school has more students invited to an Ivy League education than any other public high school in America. Now, part of the reason is because you have the children of the university, the choir college, the seminary, and the institute. A lot of their children are in our classroom. That automatically is going to raise the bar. Other people like me say those kids got to have a play date with somebody. And if you don't believe me, ask around town about the recommendation letters that come out of Princeton. It's a pretty special place. So it's the last stop for Albert Einstein route, and it would be wrong of me not to tell you that Einstein's brain was stolen in Princeton. When he died of natural causes in 1955, there'll be an autopsy at the Princeton Hospital on Witherspoon Street. Supposedly, during that autopsy, lots of different people will be in the room, and they'll start to talk about how they wish they could study Einstein's brain. Nobody thought much about it. It'll be the Monday morning after that death when a school teacher in Princeton is going to announce Professor Einstein passed away this weekend. Supposedly, a child in the classroom will raise their hand and say, "Yeah, my dad's got his brain." The police will rush over to the child's residence and make some inquiries, and when they get there, there'll be a gentleman, Dr. Harvey, who will say, No. I didn't steal Einstein's brain. I took it home because I thought one of the other guys in the autopsy room was going to steal Albert Einstein's brain." Albert's oldest son, Hans, was in charge of the estate, and people in town weren't sure how he was going to react to this story. But when he arrived, supposedly he allowed Dr. Harvey to become the chief researcher of Albert Einstein's brain. He got in his Buick Skylark, and for 4 years, Dr. Harvey rolled around America, and if you had money, he'd let you study the brain. If you didn't have money, he'd let you study the brain. He wasn't a pro at all that. So by the time he got back to Princeton, the brain wasn't in that great a condition. And so nobody was really able to do much conclusive research on Albert Einstein's brain. If you've taken this whole tour, you know Albert Einstein would have been completely charmed that nobody was able to ever conclusively prove that he was smarter than any of the rest of us.